Ooh. Episode 2 already.
Yes.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
It's exciting.
We just did one episode. Like, I don't even know. But this is episode 2.
Yeah.
This is pretty dope.
Awesome.
It's me, JP, my wife.
Griz.
How you guys doing today?
Yes.
We definitely hope you guys enjoyed episode 1. We put lots of effort into that.
Really
and
fun.
Took a lot of courage just to go ahead and get this thing going. But we actually finally did it. So, if you definitely liked episode 1 and you definitely like episode 2, smash that like button, please.
And don't forget to subscribe.
Definitely subscribe, please. That'd be highly, highly appreciated. We appreciate you guys. I'm going to take a little sip of my champagne. As you guys know, we drink on this podcast.
It's our time off, guys.
Frequently. Yes. Thank God.
Beautiful. To be with you guys.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We choose to do this just because, again, we want just to spend time with other people out there in the world.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, spending time with someone nowadays, we lose that like face-to-face conversation. It's like, hey, like let's just text and talk through social media.
Oh yeah, and then people are like very socially awkward,
Yeah,
and we
weird.
see that all the time with our 13-year-old.
Oh God, yeah, his people skills suck. It is horrible, and we're trying to break him out of it because he's gonna go out into the world and get a job and stuff. I'm trying to fix this chair. Whoa, I don't know what's going on. There we go. All right, that's right. Hey, this is raw, live, uncut footage, so it's gonna happen.
Let's do it live.
But we're good now. We're gonna invest in rolly chairs eventually.
That's right.
So, it'd be a lot easier to kind of roll around. These stationary chairs are beautiful, but
I see the progression. Like, oh, they got new chairs, they got new mics.
I got a new painting. This is real
new
shit.
house now.
Real quick, 30 seconds. Shout out to my sponsor, Twice as Nice, at the Art of Barbering over here in Tampa. I'll put his information below, his Instagram. Check him out. $5 off of your first haircut if you tell him that you heard JP's podcast and went over there to go check him out. Guys, you want to feel sexy, beautiful, and just, have that fucking man ego thing going, man. The only way to do it is with a beautiful haircut. So go check him out. Don't wait. Bring your kids. Shit, he'll cut your wife's hair too. Hook her up with a little edge. You know what I'm saying? Trim down the mustache if you got a like just something.
Whatever you need.
Eyebrows.
And he's amazing.
Jesus.
So
Jesus.
definitely go visit him.
Appreciate you, dog. Appreciate you.
Yep.
Absolutely. So today's podcast, we decided all day today what to talk about. So we're going to talk about who and what type of content has influenced us to kind of get this thing going.
Yep. We'll talk about many different social media influencers.
I'm excited.
What they've meant to us. And it's kind of the reason why we're even here.
Yeah, absolutely. If they can do it, we can do it.
Absolutely.
And you can do it.
Anyone can do it.
You can fucking do it.
This is
Kids
the
or not,
time.
man. Kids or not, just fucking do it, man. Spend so much time bullshitting on the phone or going out, drinking, spending money on stupid stuff. Why not do something that's going to better you? And, probably even generate a nice stream of income for you as well.
But through the future, our 13-year-old talks about this all the time. We've had serious conversations where he's actually thought about not going to college because he wants to pursue something with streaming or, something, with media related, which is kind of like a difficult conversation as a parent because we have that, mindset like your kid's going to go to college. They're going to invest in their future and hopefully live better than what, you're living. That's what the goal is for your kids.
Amen.
But then you see a lot of social media influencers nowadays, and they are killing it.
Oh my God. I seen an 8-year-old. He made like $27 million off of YouTube, and he's 8 years old. And I'm 32. I'm nowhere near close, even pulling $1 million in my lifetime.
No,
so that is,
and he's amazing because I've watched his
ridiculous.
videos. I've watched him with Javon.
Man. Yeah, bless that kid for sure.
Absolutely, and his parents for encouraging him and stuff. But when you do look at that, you do have those questions like, hey, like, do you want your kids to go to college, invest all that money, after school, they're going to be in debt. And hopefully you're in a good place to help your kid out. I hope that we are. We got 2 boys and I want to make sure that they have a good life. But when you do see those examples, what do you tell your kids? because these people are making a lot of money and they're making smart moves.
That's right. And they're saying it, they're like, hey guys, listen, like I dropped out of school and decided to do this full time, and then you're like, oh shit, like totally, like why'd you say that? But they're absolutely right. And they were making videos, right? Like going back to the high school that I dropped out of in my new fucking
My
Lamborghini
God.
and shit, and teachers like, wow, like I thought you were gonna amount to nothing, and you're like this icon, you know what I mean? So
Absolutely. And you see them evolve.
crazy.
One of the um yeah, I seen him on Instagram, but I know that he's like on YouTube and Facebook, but LaFuan James.
Oh my
I
guy.
mean, I've
Oh, he's so
seen
fucking funny.
his progression. Like when I started seeing his videos, I mean, he was starting off. He didn't even have 1 million followers yet. He had a few thousand. And I thought he was like the funniest guy on earth. I mean, I remember telling, JP, like, hey, you need to watch these videos because they're hilarious. And being Hispanic, I can definitely relate.
Oh man, yeah.
You
I
know?
can't. We've spent countless of times just
Oh
lying
my
in bed
God.
watching his videos, cracking up.
I have
And then we look at
I
the
have
time,
them
it's like,
saved.
oh my god, it's 2:00 in the morning. We're watching LaJuan James at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And we have to be up at 5:30 to go to work and take the kids to daycare and like school and stuff. So
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
But it's insane. And you see him now. He has millions of followers. He has a lot of sponsors. So he's making a lot of money. He's been
He's killing it.
able to buy a home for his parents,
Oh, yeah,
with
it's a
the
beautiful
income
thing.
that he's getting. I see the cars that he purchases all the time. It's amazing. And,
Kid's crushing it.
you see that from the beginning. Cardi B was another one. Cardi
Oh, yeah.
B
Yeah, yeah.
started making funny, just videos. And I remember watching her way before like her on Love and Hip Hop. I think she was on that. I don't really watch that
I
show.
choose not to lower my IQ watching these fucking TV shows.
But I actually do remember seeing her in videos and making funny videos and stuff like that. And that's how she was able to kind of explore that, option of getting onto that show.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
it definitely influenced like our younger viewers. Like I was one of them too that like watched her videos and thought she was hilarious.
But
In a
this bitch
stupid
is
way.
crazy. Yeah, for real. I mean, some of the stuff, like sometimes I'm like, yeah, you know what? Like, she is catchy,
Mhm.
and I mean, she started doing music. So again, it's working for her. I'm not gonna sit here and hate,
Mhm.
but some of the things that they do is a choice that I personally wouldn't make to try to go out there and get famous. However, LaJuan James, there was a video that you made with Dragon Ball Z robe and some Mickey Mouse ears, and
Oh my
you're in the
God.
bathroom dancing to some reggae music. And I told my wife that I want to remake that video. So for Christmas last year, she got me the robe and the Mickey Mouse ears, and she's like, I hope you utilize this to remake this video. I just haven't got the courage yet to do it, but it's definitely going to come soon because I think it's hilarious, and
Yes.
just by me remaking it, I think it's just funny just to have a good time. So
I mean, it was
definitely
like
influenced me to
hilarious. I
make a fool
laughed
out
at
of
that
myself.
video multiple times. Like I said, I have a lot of his videos saved just because they're so
Oh, they're great.
funny. Growing up, one of my best friends was Dominican. And
Dime loco que lo que papi. Oh.
her mom, like when he makes those sketches about his parents and stuff, like that's what I kind of go
Like,
to.
oh, I live that. I fucking live that.
Absolutely. Like her cussing us out and telling us we were, bad, and just hearing she was religious too. And like any time that we were gonna go out to the club or something like that, in my
Let us
youth.
pray.
Yes. It was kind of like, all right, get in line. I'm gonna pray for all of you guys. Put holy water on us.
Oh my God.
And basically tell us that we were good girls.
Oh my
But
God.
can totally relate to his like videos. It's funny because I actually sent a couple of his videos to like my best friend, and she's like, "Yeah, that's totally my mom."
That is so funny.
It's so
That's so great.
relatable, and he's been able to like capture a huge audience, which is completely amazing. Like when you can have that much success and you're doing it all on your own.
Oh, yeah.
And he's incorporated his family, like his mom, his dad, his brother,
That's beautiful.
his sister does pageant, like
nice.
beauty pageants. And it's just such a big outlet. Like I feel like I know the family.
You're like, oh man.
I know them.
And I mean, they're they live like, I don't know, like 2
They're-
hours away from us because they're in like Orlando.
Yeah.
So that's like pretty dope. Hopefully we go to Orlando, we like bump into them one day. That'd be amazing.
And Camilla, his girlfriend. Well,
I don't know.
fiance now.
I don't know who that
Fiance.
is.
She's beautiful.
I just want him
love
to
her.
sign a seasoning of adobo for me with his name.
Oh my god.
Throw that out there.
in
Vicks Vapor Rub.
Vicks
Vaporub.
yeah, the
Vicks
way
Vaporub.
well, growing up.
For all you Spanish people out there, Vicks,
No, they'll know what I'm talking about.
Vicks cures everything.
Growing up, that's what we used to call it, Vicks Vaporub, and that's what I thought
Vaporub.
it was called.
Because English is their second language.
And,
It's so funny.
and it wasn't until one day that I think I was sick, and I'm telling him, I'm like, hey, I need some Vicks Vaporub. And he's like, what the hell is that?
I was like,
I'm like,
what the fuck is that?
come on, you're Hispanic. Vicks Vaporub.
It's like,
You know what that is?
It's a little blue shit in the container with like the menthol, like minty smell. And I was like,
And verbatim, guys, verbatim. He like looked at me and he's like, you mean Vicks Vapor Rub?
Vapor Rub.
And like my whole life was a lie in that moment.
It was like I told her Michael Jackson came back from the dead.
I was like, what are you talking about?
My whole life was a lie this entire time. Vaporub. Oh, my mom calls this Vaporub. I was like, nah, it's like Vapor Rub here in America.
Growing up, that's what I thought it was called. I legitimately thought it was called,
Vaporub.
Vicks Vaporub.
If there's any time in my life and relationship that I ever maybe questioned, I was like, maybe we shouldn't be doing this any longer. She doesn't know what Vapor Rub was. Well, she knew what it was.
I knew what it was, but I had never really.
In Espanol.
I guess it wasn't like a topic of conversation
Vaporub.
between like me and my friends, and I
Yeah,
don't know,
it's
like
like-
a
fucking
Hispanic person.
Vaporub.
I bet you, go to any Hispanic person, anybody like a true Hispanic,
Got that shit on deck.
and like tell them Vicks Vaporub. They know exactly what you're talking
But
about.
yo, you got a stuffy
immediately.
nose? Vaporub.
Vaporub.
Oh, your
They
chest
probably,
hurts?
they probably don't even say Vicks.
Vaporub.
Vaporub.
Oh, you got a backache? Vaporub. Tooth hurts?
But LaFon
Vapor
James
Rub.
was actually like Vicks Vapor Rub for
Vicks
like
Vapor Rub.
Halloween.
I know, I saw that. Oh, so
I think that was
amazing.
last year.
Hysterical. Absolutely hysterical. I can imagine what he's going to be this year. It's going to be great.
I
How
mean,
everybody's going to influence us to do some crazy cool shit, by
Yeah.
the way. So,
it has to be something Hispanic because he was Vicks Vaporub. And then
was he like sazon or like adobo? Like
he was adobo
1 year?
this year.
Oh,
this year.
it's fucking hysterical.
So what's next? What's like the next staple? Maybe
Oh, man.
I don't know.
I can't.
Sofrito.
Wasn't he like Goya beans like one time?
No,
Didn't he have,
that's probably the next thing.
Goya beans, baby.
Goya.
Let's go. Oh my God. I mean, but his influence is like crazy. Influence for me, just because I do photography. Check out my page again. It's just_a_vision. I put everything right here inside the description below. So go check it out. Page is all open. Got some of my work there. Family and stuff. So smash a couple likes button, man. I would definitely appreciate it. If you're in the Tampa area and need a photographer, please feel free to hit me up. I would love to shoot for you. Love to get creative and just create some awesome, content and memories for you guys, which is why I do photography. Just the creativity of it is amazing. How like I take a picture, but at the time, I don't see the picture that I take. I see something else. And the fact that I have the tools and now the skill and mindset to create what I see, during taking that photo is just huge. So influences for me, Peter McKinnon. I love Peter McKinnon. Awesome stuff. And Maddie Hapuya. I like to say Maddie Hapuja because I don't know, like his name is cool. So I call him Matti Hapuja. Hapuja. He's like Finnish. He's from Finland, and they work together, which is weird because they're two of my favorite YouTubers. And for the longest time, I didn't know that they like worked together, and they're like the same squad. And then like I figured it out, and I was like, oh my God, they make YouTube videos together. Like, oh shit, they're best friends. Like they took, and I was mind blown. It was like crazy, and I was like, oh man, two of my favorite YouTubers. Like totally makes sense because they're both on like the same page. They create epic content, so please go check them out. Manny Ortiz is one of them too. Call him Walmart Drake. He's based out of Chicago. He's coming here to Orlando on the 25th of January.
Yeah, I know, you told me.
And I want to go so fucking bad, but I just don't think that I would have the open schedule to like do so. Like one, I would love to meet him in. And the reason why like I shoot Sony and bought that camera is probably 85% because of him.
Oh, wow.
And just learning like his style and just like how he did stuff, and he's just really thorough and to the point, like he's not detailed. He tells you the details that you need to know, and he keeps it short, and you're like, fuck, this is just straight to the point, exactly what I needed to learn, and it's perfect, so it's not a vomit of information which you kind of lose interest in.
Mhm.
And he does things with his wife which I thought was great.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And
I know what you
one of
mean.
his photos that he took of his wife is like plastered in Best Buy, because he was an ambassador for Sony, which I would love to be an ambassador for Sony, hopefully one day in the near future. And again, like, yeah, he does his videos and he does his photos, and it's, with his wife, and,
Mhm.
he branches out, obviously, with like other models and stuff, but they do it together, but she's like a nurse, and then he had a job, he quit his job, started doing YouTube, and they have kids and, a
Yeah.
family and like, a dog and shit. And they still were able to collab together, which made me think like, hey, like, I could do this with like my spouse also and have a good time, do things that I love to do things that she loves to do,
Yeah.
and if I need a test subject, she's fucking right here. So like, why not put her through the torment of learning
The
and posing and
turmoil.
modeling and doing light, but it looks good because she gets awesome photos. And I get to learn and, edit some stuff. And then she believes in me more because she sees that, I'm using the tools that I spend a shit ton of money on that she yelled at me for.
All the time. It's kind of
But
like, you have to do this. No,
yeah,
but I
correct.
love even though I'm not a photographer, I have a lot of respect for you guys just because I can see firsthand like the amount of time that it takes to edit something and go back,
Yeah, shit's
you
crazy.
know,
It's no joke.
which is crazy. But, I do watch those YouTubers because of him, and they have amazing videos too.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
like they just have good energy and like a good collab. And one of the things that I've loved about it too is that, they do videos, and Manny will kind of say a joke, and she'll give him like a funny face and just be like, all
Yeah.
right, just shut up, like keep on with like the video. And then
They're
he's like,
super cute together.
yeah, like totally awesome, like dynamic. But Manny's also real, and he's like, oh, like on the way to like do the shoot, like we argued for like an hour and a half in
Mhm.
like the car. But once they got to, like the job site in order to get the job done, like they put everything aside. They were able to, conquer what the task was, do it well, still put fantastic, content out there. And you watch it and you're like, man, these guys probably have like the greatest life ever, But then hear Manny and his wife, and they're like, yeah, no, like we totally had like a really horrible argument, there, but we stuck it out because we wanted to put this content out there. And I thought that was just like dope, like super super like awesome shit.
I actually was going to say that what I find interesting about them is the fact that I like watching it because I get to see like her perspective as like when he's like shooting different models and stuff, at the beginning of the relationship, how it could have been like a situation where she's like jealous, but you kind of have to get over that. So I like that she has that female perspective as
Yeah,
to being with someone that's a photographer and is shooting models and stuff like that. So I thought that was interesting. Even if you don't do photography, it's interesting to like hear them out
absolutely.
and like hear the situation. So I really like them too.
Because you got to get that dynamic, right? And again, just when you're going into this with like a loved one or something, whether it's photography or flipping houses or just like a business or something, you got business, and you got like family life, you got work life, and you have family life, and you really do have to separate the two, or else it could just cause lots of fucking animosity and shit in the relationship,
Yeah.
and you don't want to bring that back and be like, man, like we had this great idea, started a business, and the business really ruined our relationship. It should not be that way at all, so. But and more influencers, like god, like there's so many out there, there's so many great people on social media that have paved like such a big path
Oh my God.
for
Yeah.
people to do content. Zach King is like that guy that does like the magic, and he makes shit pop up and disappear in
Oh,
like the
okay.
videos and stuff, like
Yeah.
like super dope. Fucking, he was like on Vine, yeah, like back then, and
Which is
like
like
rest in peace
sorcery to
Vine.
me. I'm like, how
Yes,
does
it's
that even
fucking
happen?
crazy. Like, how did he? I saw a video where he had painted a wall, and then this guy came through, and he like closed. I don't know, and he like closed the door, and the guy walked through the door, and it was the wall, but he like didn't paint it, and then they like swooped around and he did another painting, and I was like, oh, but then like the guy kept walking through this door, but it was like paint and
Oh, yeah.
and I was like, I don't understand how you did that, but it was the coolest shit ever, you know. And
It's an illusion, obviously.
oh yeah, of course. But the cool thing, man, is you go down this rabbit hole of like YouTube videos, you know, where you're watching a video of you know, let's say, you know, serial killings, and then all of a sudden you're watching the pimple popper pop a fucking
Oh my
zit
God,
off of
yes.
a 40-year-old's back named Henry
Which
with a
is
missing
hilarious
tooth
because
and a dog with 3 legs.
yeah, I mean, you just
It's crazy.
absolutely you find all of these different like videos that you didn't even know that you'd be interested, like the cutting soap
Yeah.
and like making different
Oh, I
sounds.
love that. Oh, it's so fucking satisfying.
Yeah, like you're
because
watching those videos and it's like, oh, it's been like 4 hours.
I know. Well, the thing is that like sometimes I get bored. Like I cut shit. I cut paper. I cut soap.
Yeah,
I never
you
thought,
do.
oh, let me make a video of this and post it on fucking YouTube. And I envy that fucking woman
You
that
know how many
decided to do
likes
that.
and
It's
like
fucking
views
ridiculous.
they get?
I
Oh,
know.
and then I also watched that girl. I showed you a couple videos. Sophia. I don't want to butcher her last name, but I
The
think it's
soap?
Regard.
The one with the fucking soap? She
No,
puts the soap in the sponge and squeezes. She's fucking stupid.
she doesn't do the
But it's
soap.
amazing.
She's the one that does videos with her now husband, but boyfriend back then, Tyler.
Oh, the review thing.
Yeah. So
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
she's been able to like build an empire by just making reviews online.
It's fucking crazy.
Which she has stuff on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. But all she really does is, you know, if you've ever wondered what it's like to shop on wish.com,
That's trash, by the way. Do you mean to throw that out there?
she does it and she shows you like what she ordered and what she got. She's like visited Thailand and kind of
That's pretty cool.
explored like
The
stuff
ladybugs?
there. But she's been able to get like so many followers because of doing her show just on YouTube, just reviews. She has her own lipstick line now. Yeah. Like,
Fuck, she Kylie Jenner now? With
I'm
a
telling
line of-
you, she has lipsticks. I think she's coming up with foundation. So it's like the possibilities are endless. And like
Oh my
this is the
God.
wave of the future. Like she started something, people related to her. She's very charismatic.
I feel like we
just
started
love
too
it.
late. We should have been doing this in like
Right in my
2015.
20s. So any 20-year-olds out
Oh
there
my
that
God.
thinking about doing it, just do it.
Oh
Just
yeah,
do it.
please listen. Just fucking start off with your camera. Like your camera phones are so powerful nowadays.
Mhm.
The reason why I didn't do it, I was like, I gotta get this high quality camera. I gotta buy this fancy light. I gotta get this upgraded lens and this fucking expensive microphones.
You don't
And
need
you
none
don't
of
have
that.
to. The people that inspire us, we look back at like the shit that they put out from the beginning,
Yeah.
and the quality is nowhere near what it is now, you know. And then they make videos now. They're like, hey, if you want to know how I got started, like I was on my iPhone 6, you know, like in like my bedroom.
Mhm.
And it's so true because you go back and you look at the things that they've done compared to the shit now, and you're like, oh man, they upgraded to all this good quality gear, you know. But what goes back to what I said in episode 1, man, if you have something that you want to do, just do it,
Just
right?
do it.
Like there's nothing, the only thing that's stopping you is yourself. It's not having a camera, it's not having good light, it's not having none of that shit.
Yeah.
It is you telling yourself that you're not going to be able to create good fucking content if you don't have the right gear. But then you get the right gear, spend thousands of dollars, and it's still shit quality, you know.
Yeah.
And you're like, man, like what am I doing wrong? I'm fucking stupid, blah blah blah, you know. But like it is like not like that. Trust me. Take it from the influencers that have influenced us. I've looked at all their old shit, and let me tell you, definitely nothing like what it is now. You
No,
know,
I was
and
gonna
that's the
say
beautiful thing.
all of the people that we've gotten influenced by, I think all of them have had a really humble beginning. So, you
I didn't
know,
say you take not one sip of your champagne, by the way. I just want to throw that out
I
there.
have definitely, first of all, I pre-gamed. So that's something that I always, by the time that I'm here, I have already had.
Oh, it's a fun night for JP tonight. Then yeah. Oh,
Like I said,
shit.
guys, this is my time to unwind and like what he was talking about, like time. We have,
so
you know, we work,
Moscato.
we're busy, we're trying to entertain our 1-year-old while also trying to juggle making sure that our 13-year-old has everything that he needs. And then whenever we do have free time, we can either choose to, you know, go to sleep or we're doing this because this is what we want to do.
We're on social media looking at the people that fucking inspire us to do shit and see what it is that they do.
I mean, that's what I do.
You learn how to do something, you make it, and then you just repeat it again.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. Like, I figured out how to learn this podcast just from influencers of mine. I was like, man, what are they using? I can't afford that, but maybe there's a cheaper option. And like, I've learned from them, and I support their stuff. If there's something I see that they like, I'm like, oh, like, look at this preset, or look at this, awesome light or something. They have these affiliate links and stuff. You go, you buy some shit, it fucking looks good, and it's horrible because you spend money. Nobody wants to spend money, but I could go to the store and spend money on bullshit, or I can spend the same amount of money that I'm spending on bullshit to invest in, like, myself and my family, and being able to sit down with my wife for 30 minutes, a day, and spend, wine and put this stuff together, and like lights and cameras and stuff, but like, I'd rather invest in this than, go out there and spend money on bullshit, man. Like, it's just not cool. Again, learned that from some of the influencers also, and there were times where they sacrifice a little bit of family time just to go out and create and do things that they love to do. Most of the time they're able to do it together with their families. Sometimes, they have to go out there and do it by themselves, and, the families understand because it just benefits the family. But, at the end of the day, you're doing something that you love. And, when you're with somebody that loves you and you love them back, you're, like, hey, man, go out there, be careful. And, create some good content so you come back home and create more good content with me.
Yeah. Well,
so
that's what it is.
Fire. Like that shit. Words of wisdom. I'm going to make a fucking audio book about that shit. I think
so you're like the next master class.
Oh my God.
Which I absolutely
love.
Let
me meet
too.
Oprah. Oh.
I absolutely.
Masterclass.
I mean, I watched it when she like started it, and I was hooked. But like in the new wave of podcasts, like she kind of, I don't know if she stopped the show or not, but I know that now you can listen to basically all of the master classes only in podcasts, which I don't know how to feel about that. I love to, turn it on TV and like actually see the emotion of people talking about like their journey. I'm one of those people that loves to hear how someone started and then all the struggle that they had to get to where they're at, where they needed to be.
Absolutely.
I absolutely love that. I think everyone has like a journey that they have to go through, and there's going to be bumps along the way.
Of course.
If anyone says like, no, I made it here, just flying by, that's a lie. You're going to fall, you're going to fail, you're going to learn from your failures. So that's what I loved about masterclass is that you got like, first class ticket to see everything that it took for that person to be wherever they need to be, whether it be, an entertainer, a musician, whatever, a politician. It was fascinating. But now it's like all in podcasts and stuff.
I know. Podcast is paving the way to the future.
I think that's what it is. I think that, the future holds a lot of stuff for social media influencers because that's like the wave of the future. If you see a lot of things are just online now.
Of course. Of course. The world is controlled by the internet now, but
because it's online, I think people have, they can choose what they want their content to be. Like you can either choose to influence people and inspire them and, have good vibes, or you can choose to just dump your negativity or whatever out there. So the choice is yours, and you also choose what you want to watch, but hopefully it is to inspire and be kind to one another.
Reach on, sister. Goddamn.
Well.
Oh my God, the word's beautiful. I'm a little saddened that we have about like a minute left here.
Well, there's a lot of social media influencers that we didn't get to talk about. There's so many different categories too, but we talked a little bit about, what kind of got us here. Those are our favorites.
Keep it nice and brief, and again, like people are motivated differently, so just to kind of tell you guys what motivated us to kind of start this, oh no, the light turned off. What's going on? Technically, oh shit. Totally sorry about that, people.
Forgot to pay the light bill.
Yeah, no, that
which has happened to me.
That's totally happened. I've left, come back, tried to open up the fucking garage, and I'm like, oh shit, why doesn't the garage open up? What is going on right now? I text him like, hey, did you Did Tico? She's like, oh my God, I totally forgot. I'm like, listen, just put that shit on auto pay. And then we'll go ahead and turn it back on again. However, very, very sorry about that. I think the light just delays and turns off after about like 29 or like 30 minutes or so. And I run it prior to kind of setting everything up just to make sure lighting is okay. So we didn't want to just kind of leave it out there. So sorry for the technical difficulties, which you'll see in the video so you can see what happens.
Yeah.
And a little boo-boo. But
Our bloopers.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're gonna keep that shit in. Like shit like that makes funny content. You're
that
like,
makes
oh
us
shit.
real.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
we're two real people, ordinary people.
Absolutely. I mean, like we make mistakes, like whatever, fuck it fucking happens.
We
You
do?
know what I mean? Yeah, no, all the time. God, you know what? That's a whole nother episode of podcast. Fucking mistakes that we've made with each other, for each other, by each other, because of each other.
Oh, we have so many stories. You guys are gonna definitely learn some
Like I
shit
said,
from us.
9 years of living with this crazy. I didn't want to say that because it's terrible. Anyway, listen. No, it wasn't terrible. I was just gonna, you know. Listen, anything that could bleed for 7 days and not die just has to be pure fucking evil. So let's
I'm
just
the
throw that out
nicest
there.
person out there.
No, she's the nicest, sweetest 4'10" blood-sucking monster. There.
Whatever.
No,
All my
no.
ladies can support me. Comment below and give it to JP.
Oh God, here we go. Girl power.
Yes. But
that's fine. Anyway, guys, listen. Again, sorry about that.
yes.
So we're gonna get a proper outro for you guys. So thanks for listening in during this awesome time. We definitely appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Don't forget to smash that fucking like button.
And subscribe.
Please.
Yeah, you'll get alerted when we upload a new video, and we'll have new content. And always, if you want to, hear something from us, comment it below, and we'll do our research and the best that we can do.
Absolutely. Please.
So,
listen, we're not shy to talk about anything.
Except what?
Religion and politics.
Yes, we won't talk about that. Don't ask us about it. Don't comment about it. We don't care.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't want to give a shit. Holler at your boy. So, anything you want to hear us talk about, anything you want to see us do, we're going to start a social media page probably for the podcast and just things that we kind of do together. I don't plan on just creating a podcast. I do plan on creating some awesome content, by the way. This YouTube channel, The Vision Network, is just kind of a reflection from my photography site because it's just a VZN, but VZN is vision, so it's just like, I don't know. I thought it was cool at the time that I made it. So whatever. The name doesn't make the person makes the fucking name. Right? Okay. However, again, please leave some comments, feedback. Anything is appreciated. If it's negative, put it on there. I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to read it anyway. I'm going to, disregard positive shit. Only good vibes, man. We are all about this positivity.
That's all we're trying to do.
And bringing people up.
Relate to people, inspire them, make them laugh like we laugh with each other.
Yeah, man.
Any negativity, you can put it there, but we don't care.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you do, your negative comments are going to make other people laugh. It's going to make me laugh too. Whatever. Like, put whatever you want in there. But if you want to hear us talk about certain subjects, we kind of get our opinions and, how we feel and stuff like that. Please, put it in there. It's an open forum. We're not shy, clearly. Well,
we'll definitely respond to you. Yeah. So if you have a question for us, shoot it in the comments. We'll do our best to answer them.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Sure. And if it gets big and we don't get to everything, we will try our best to get to it as best we can. As best we can.
Yeah.
I'll even leave my email there. Feel free to see us. To send emails.
Which will start our social media, hopefully. Yeah. And we'll have, links there if you want to email us, if you want to give us suggestions and stuff. So we'll make it a little easier, a little user friendly. We'll start on that. This is the beginning. So just, be a little easy on us. We're starting out.
Yeah, for real. And you know what? We're going to probably need stuff to talk about. So, help us help you. And shit, man. We'll just kind of keep this train afloat. You know what I mean?
And I love Crime TV. So if you have suggestions, let me know.
Correct. If you know anybody who's murdered anybody or
No,
killed a
not like
dog,
that. Like I
well,
love
yeah, no.
like Crime Junkie, the podcast. I listen to it faithfully. There's a couple YouTube pages that I watch. But if there's something that I'm missing, let me know in the comments. I love that.
She would love to be on Crime Junkies too, by the way. Whatever your name is, Crime Junkies, if you're
Brittany,
listening.
I love you.
Brittany. It's Brittany, bitch. That's Britney Spears joke. That was terrible. Anyway, all right, guys, we're out of here. Stay tuned until next time.
Yes.
Another bottle of Moscato, and
Yeah, I
we'll talk to you
mean,
later.
the longer we go, the more drunk I'll get. So, cheers to you guys, and we'll see you on the next one.
We're out of here.
Bye.
Peace.
Oh.